Welcome back to Footballologist. So if you guys remember, I put a video out a while back talking about he's a keeper and some guys actually keep in my keeper league. And this league has been going on. I think we came to the conclusion for about 6 years now, and it's been solid. It's been fun. It's always been the same amount of people. I think we maybe lost one or two people, maybe, but for the most part, it's been pretty much everybody are the same amount, the same people. And it's been fun actually just to talk football with these guys and ladies. We got some females in the league, and we talk football and we just chit chat back and forth. And this year we did it on a Zoom call, and it was really fun. I actually had a lot of fun just talking and drafting. It was cool. But we're on the sleeper app, which is pretty good. I like this app. It actually consistently gives me news updates, even with guys not on my roster, just in general NFL news updates, which I'm a big fan of already. And so as you guys can see, this is the final roster. We wind up keeping Cooper Kupp and Miles Sanders, which we end up forfeiting a second and a third round pick, which is cool. I was good with that. And then I wind up getting Carson Wentz as my quarterback. I'm really high on Carson Wentz this year as a quarterback. Don't know why. I just feel like he's going to be that guy. But I got so much shit during the draft because they were like, he's going to get hurt, right? And I'm like, probably. And so I went that route anyway. Still got Carson Wentz. Zeke was my first round pick because I had my first round pick. And I was picking, and it was funny, somebody during the draft asked me, they're like, Mike, what happened to you last year? Because I have not been picking. The lowest I've picked before this year was like 8th overall. And that was like, that's it. It was 8th, 9th, or I won it. And that was it. Like, I was always a competitive team, and I told you guys in the last video about that. So this year I wound up picking second overall. I don't know why I was going to say 2 overall. But I was picking second overall, and I ended up getting Zeke. Last year I let Zeke walk as a keeper. I was like, I can't make that mistake again. Zeke was worth a keeper. So I ended up getting Zeke. Somebody let him fall back into the pool. I was good with that. And as you guys can see, this is my roster. I have Carson Wentz, took Zeke. Cooper Kupp was a keeper. Chris Herndon, I was high on him last year. Hopefully this year he can actually bust out and be a guy. And then we got Miles Sanders. David Johnson I drafted as well. And then DK Metcalf. Hopefully we can get some out of him. And then my bench is pretty solid too. I went with Deebo Samuel, Devontae Parker, Chase Claypool with a lot of upside. Hopefully he can bounce back and be that guy and possibly be a keeper for me next year. AJ Green. And at the time I got the news about Devontae Freeman going to Jacksonville. And so I was like, I got to draft him. And I end up killing myself and then messing myself up because I could have gotten a different guy, drafted a different guy, which would have definitely made him a keeper for next year. And I didn't do that or go that route, and now I'm like beating myself up for it because I really wanted to make sure I had somebody that could possibly be a cheap keeper for next year, and that guy could have possibly been a cheap keeper. Now I have to pick him up off the free agency block, and if I do that, I can't keep him next year. I have to let him fall back into the pool, which sucks because I didn't think about that at the time. I was just drafting guys just to win for now and not drafting for the future, which I've been doing a really good job as far as drafting for the future. So Devontae Freeman's probably going to wind up getting released because he didn't sign with the Jaguars like a lot of people projected him to. And so I got to find out or figure out a way to find my guys and kind of set up my roster. Another guy that I'm looking at right now too is Tyler Eifert. I think Tyler Eifert is definitely worth the pickup. Sorry about that. So my camera decided to cut out on me. But what I was saying is finding the guys that I want to go pick up and replace Devontae Freeman, because since he's not going to be on a roster, an NFL roster, there's no need for me to really hang on to him. I don't see him being signed for like another week or two. And another guy that I was looking at replacing him with was Tyler Eifert, just to have another tight end. In this league, the one thing I like about this league, we have multiple flex spots, as you guys can see. So it could be, wide receiver, running back, or tight end. So if Tyler Eifert turns out to be a solid tight end, there'll be weeks where I can mess around and start 2 tight ends, especially if Chris Herndon is doing his thing. And the reason why I like Eifert is I think he could be used really well within that Jacksonville offense. We know DJ Chark is going to take the top off the defense. We know D.D. Westbrook and Chris Conley is going to do a little bit of working underneath. Same thing for another guy on that same offense, Laviska Shenault, is going to be a guy that works underneath, and is a guy that I'm really excited for too, and what he can do within that offense. Because I think the run game is going to be there, but it's not going to be effective. So the best way to kind of extend your run game is short passing game. So I think that's going to be a big thing in Jacksonville this year. With all that being said, I'm excited for this team and this roster, and I feel like I had to really put together a really solid roster. It's a championship worthy. You guys will have to wait until the end of the season for that. And I'm excited. I think it's championship worthy, but that's just one man's opinion, and that's a biased opinion at that. But we'll wait and see. Real quick, before the end of this video, I want to let you guys know I will be doing the Footballologist Fantasy Football League. I'm going to put my Instagram and Twitter in the links down below. and hit me up on one of those. I'll give you all the information if you're interested. There's no buy-in. It's just legitimately me communicating with you guys and hanging out with you guys and getting to know you guys and just talking football and obviously seeing if you guys are better than me, which in some cases you might be, in some cases you might not. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But let me know what you if you guys want to join. Like I said, I'll put everything in the comment or description box below. And just, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram, and I'll give you guys all the information to join the league. No buy-in. It's for free. This is something that I'm doing for you guys. The winner of the fantasy league will get $50. That's already been set. So if you guys are interested in that and you feel like you can win $50, then come talk to me. I'll definitely be excited to hear from you guys. But that's all I have for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know what you think of this team, if it's a solid team or not. And make sure you guys stay safe, football fans.